Hi everybody, it's Ashley here with your fit tip this week. And with it still being the holiday time, I am going to talk a little bit more about motivation in this little tip today. So I'm going to talk about kind of two different types of motivators that we have in most everything, but talking about them in relation to fitness. So we normally kind of have two types: your internal motivators and your external motivators. And while ideally we would all love to get to that point where we are internally motivated to work out, most of us need that little external motivation of some kind. So what's the difference? Just as it sounds, your internal motivators, you want to do it because you know it's good for you. You don't need any of those outside things trying to pull you in. You want to go exercise because you know that it's healthy for your body, and you don't need any of those extra bonuses. You just want to do it. External motivators, they can come in lots of different ways, whether it's a special at your gym that's going to make you want to go because it's a good deal, a prize for doing something that your gym, a contest that your gym is holding, a challenge, I don't know, tons of things that can be. So I'm going to go over some of the best external motivators that I think there are in terms of fitness, because I do think that you need to have ones that are actually going to be good for you for a variety of reasons, that they're not just going to let you slide by and not really be anything important. So my first tip, when you're going to make an external motivator in terms of for fitness and health, try to keep it something in relation to fitness and health. So I would say your top ones are doing, again, kind of depending on your budget and how long your goal is, doing something that's fitness related. So you get, a new workout shirt, shoes, workout pants, a Fitbit, or a, activity tracker, new headbands, whatever it is, and kind of depending on your goal, get something fitness related that's going to motivate you to then keep going, not something totally unrelated. So that's going to be my first tip. The second tip, kind of about goals, is to set what we call SMART goals. So this, you probably maybe have heard this if you went to school. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-based. So really think about those components. Don't just set a goal, oh, I want to work out more. That's not specific. It's not anything time-based. It's not, there's no measure to it. So you need to really say, I'm going to work out 3 times this week for an hour each day. And I'm going to do that, for a month or whatever. You really need to set a goal. I would write it down, have somebody look at it, go over it with you. So set those goals, and then only if you 100% achieve them, then reward yourself with that little external motivator. So say you're somebody that really needs that push all the time. You can't set a monthly goal. Like, you need a weekly goal. If you work out all week, you need to treat yourself that week. Obviously, do small things. Do a couple new workout headbands, or something as little as, I'm gonna treat myself with a little coffee. I know I said try to stay with the fitness, but if you're going to be doing something weekly like that, stick with little things. If you're somebody who is pretty good at working out regularly, but you're struggling, like for example, this time of year is going to be really hard for you to do it, just you're busy, and you say, okay, I need to get through these next 2 weeks. I need to get through this week, the week of Christmas, the week between, and New Year's. Like, that's a really stressful one for me. I know it's going to be hard. That's when maybe you say, okay, if I get through these two weeks, maybe you give yourself something a little bit bigger, just because it's a little bit bigger of a deal. There's a little bit more push. So if you don't really want to do the fitness stuff, if you want to do something else, say you're doing this with a friend, again, going back to our previous fit tip about how to stay on track and accountability and working out with a friend. So say you're doing something with a friend, and maybe you say, okay, whomever tracks the most exercise classes or minutes or whichever, say you guys both have kids, just using examples of things that I've heard that work really well for other people. We'll let you go out on a date night, we'll watch the kids while you guys go out. Something like that is another thing that's really, really good as that external motivator. Something that's just going to help you continue to push if you just don't have it in you to do it and you don't. Or, like I said, just at this time of year, maybe it is simply is just that you don't, you're going to need that little extra push. So last thing, real quick, don't cheat. If stick to that goal. So say you said, I want to work out 3 times a week, going back to previous example. If you only work out 2 times that week, do not reward yourself. That defeats the entire purpose of what you just tried to do. So really stick to it. And if you can't stick to it, make it something that's a little bit more challenging, and the motivator's a little more challenging. Maybe it's a little more expensive, and you got to think to yourself, oh, I can't buy that unless I really actually fulfill it. So like I said, I wanted to get you guys through these holidays with some good tips that are going to help you stay on track and keep going. So if you have to add in those little external motivators, do it. Try to keep them along the lines of fitness if possible, because that's just going to help you. If you get a new fitness shirt, you might want to wear it to the next class that you go to. So those types of things are really going to help. So hopefully you guys are all still doing great and staying on track, and hopefully these little tips have been helping you.